Hello Leo and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your September monthly tarot reading for the sign of Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus, so I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome Leo, let's see what we have for you. Interesting. I've got no to compromise. Not wanting to compromise. I mean, sometimes there is an element of not wanting to settle for less. Not wanting to compromise on your hopes, dreams and wishes also. However this manifests for you, that's just feels that kind of energy. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for Leo? Message for Leo. I mean, there could also be somebody who's not willing to meet you halfway, but we will see. What do we have for Leo? Thank you. Romance Angel. Message for Leo. We have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Let's see what we have for you, Leo, as a money message as well. What do we have for Leo? September, Angel Spirits Guides, thank you. Thank you. 2 cards again. Is that 2? Yes, it's 2. So we have exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. The key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll always look forward to exercising and it becomes its own reward. Could be some advice for you here, Leo. And we have partnership. Allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. Interesting. So there is somebody who is significant for you. So Leo, as usual, as we did last month, I am going to go through roughly the energies week by week, though there's an element of divine timing and orchestration. Sometimes the energies can overlap in terms of timing, but the message remains the same. So we're just going to look at the energies and see what we get week by week for you. What do we have for Leo? Week 1. What do we have for our lovely Leos? Thank you. September. 2 cards, you know, so I'm going to take them together. We have the 5 of Cups and the Devil. The Magician. Wow, 3 major arcana out of 4 so far. We've got the Hermit. And we have fire energy with the 3 of Wands. What do we have for Leo? Thank you, Angel Spirits Guides. Message for Leo. Message for Leo. So we have the 2 of Wands. Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, male or female, or the energy of the card. Someone in touch with your heart, your emotions, your feelings. It could be your energy as well. Emotionally balanced, self-love as well, intuitive, male or female. I mean, Queen of Cups as a person can be somebody who cares. Very powerful in terms of, you know, a mother or a parent figure in a general reading, male or female. Somebody who is connected to us romantically, can be a deep connected friend or a sibling, family member. In business, it can also be, for me as a reader, HR. We have the Eight of Wands. And we have Judgment. So you are being brought to a crossroads. I mean, there are karmic crossroads in this reading. So this can be an element of somebody who, it can be the devil can be a place, person. It can represent lower vibrational energy, but there's always something that's very tempting or attractive about the devil because it plays to our weakness. It plays with what we want the most. What we want the most is not necessarily good for us, but, it can be very tempting, with the devil. And a lot of the time with the devil, there can be an element of familiarity where, it's tempting to stay with what we know rather than what we don't know. So this is the scenario here, Leo, where you're going to be presented with a crossroads and you're being told, do what's right for you. This is about taking your power back. And don't let fear of the unknown stop you from making the right choice for you. Because someone is going to present themselves to you and say, I regret what happened between us. And hoping that all is not lost to kind of like move on from this now. It might well be that you've been here before. So if you've been here before, it might well be this time you are making a choice and really looking in terms of whether you stay or go. Whether you want to stay in this environment or stay with this person, or whether you want to step into the unknown. The choice is yours, but you decide on your future here. And it's from a very empowered point of view. There's a subtle power shift happening here. Now, the devil, in terms of personal relationships, can be physical desire, passion, but knowing it's not for your highest good. Controlling behavior, manipulative behavior, power struggles, ego-based energy, subversive behavior, overcritical behavior. It's a behavioral pattern, somebody who gives into a vice, so it can be addiction, codependency. There's levels to the devil. Even somebody who gives into temptation of giving into a low vibrational energy of a behavioral pattern, whatever that is. So you might have been in, either just gone through an experience or you've been in this experience before. And you're at this point where you're thinking, is it time to make that choice? Do I want to stay in this? Do I want to say, okay, all is forgiven? Or do I step into the unknown? Don't let fear of the unknown stop you from making the right choice for you. Some of you might be also questioning whether you trust if this person means what they say, if they really regret what happened and they're hoping all is not lost to make amends, hoping that, they won't behave like that again, or they won't treat you like that again, or speak to you like that again. However that scenario is for you. But for those of you where there's been a repeating cycle, you might have been here before, so you might be choosing to consider doing things differently. There is this kind of subtle power shift that's happening for you where you're taking your power back. First week, the power that somebody has had over you in some way, shape or form, whether it was leadership, whether it was, an overall company with, again, can be unethical, questionable morals. But it can also be to do with, a personal relationship as well. The attachment that you had with that person is kind of fading and the focus on how you want to move your life forward is increasing. And that's the subtle shift in terms of the power dynamic here. Queen of Cups can be somebody who is very good in terms of heart matters, somebody who cares about you, somebody who, it can be a loving person, male or female. So sometimes we sound out a Queen of Cups about this. Now, like I said, it could well be somebody involved in this situation as well. Certainly if this is somebody who cares about you, they'll be advising you for your highest good, what you manifest now. Whether you see if you can turn something around and manifest change with this person, turn something negative to positive or place, or whether you manifest something completely different. The choice is yours. You have that power to manifest what you want, turn your ideas into reality, turn base metal to gold, create the life that you want. So somebody could be supporting you here. It could also be with this person, with the Queen of Cups, so however this manifests for you. Sometimes Queen of Cups is a very caring, she's a good listener, male or female, somebody who is compassionate. It might also be, if this is your energy, you're really figuring out what you want, what makes you happy, what brings you joy, what your heart is telling you. And also your intuition, what's your intuition telling you in what you do next. Is what I see for you. The additional message here, Leo, that I'm getting here, there could well be something that you need to respond to second, third week in September time. If this is to do with a mother or a parent or, again, a family member, or can be romantic as well. These energies can be sometimes to do with health issues or connecting to a healer to turn something negative to positive. So again, if there was something to do with health issues, regardless of what those were, whether it was mental, physical, emotional, whatever that would be for you, there could well be something that you need to take action on here, certainly to do with health areas. Could be you making healthy changes as well, and healthy decisions. But it could also be, the Hermit can be very powerful in terms of connecting to a healer, finding illumination, finding the way forward, how to heal, how to move forward in truth. Somebody could be giving you some powerful advice in terms of health matters as well. So there could well be somebody who you are helping, transform a situation. You're somebody's rock. You're taking action because you care about somebody. This can be very powerful in terms of connecting to a healer. Healing energy. Sorry, Leo, the phone just went. So this is really talking about, maybe there's a focus on healing energy, healthy changes in some way, how you manifest that, how you manifest, change. Either for some of you, it could well be, do I stay in this current situation here, or do I manifest change? Like I said, for others of you, when it's independent weeks that I'm looking at, there could well be something to do with a health issue, seeing a healer in some way as well. The energy of but you can absolutely manifest what you want, This is about taking action and manifesting what you want, because with this compromise and the energy of no, it might well be here, Leo, that you're recognizing that you might not get what you want in your current circumstances. It could well be from a business point of view. And someone might be telling you, you know what, it's time to manifest change. It's time to, open your world up, step into the unknown, see what's out there. So there could well be a level of that here, with the first couple of weeks of September. Because again, the Hermit is really about being illuminated. It can be somebody giving you advice, but it can also be very powerful in terms of really letting wisdom be your guide in what you need to do now. You are illuminated. You are illuminated with the path that you have just walked. You have gained the insight and experience of the path that you have walked. And now you understand how you need to take action and move forward in a very clear and decisive manner. This is that scenario here. I know what I need to do. Now, this just feels that scenario of deep down, I know what's led to this point, and I know in truth how I now need to move forward. So very powerful on that basis. Some of you might be making healthy changes, taking action to kind of like pursue options and opportunities with this as well, with the Eight of Wands. Powerful conversations happening here with the Eight of Wands as well. On its own, this can also be about, some of you might be taking time out to travel in the third week of September as well, because this is also a very powerful travel card to figure out how you move forward. Some of you might need some introspection, some thinking time. So however this manifests for you, this is a really healthy energy. It brings health and healing, illumination, how you move forward, finding answers from within. It's a powerful energy of really finding the way forward for you in the third week of September or around then. Because for a lot of you here, it feels like you're not prepared to settle, you're not prepared to compromise, regardless of whether there's regret, looking back, mourning something that's gone, things that you're going to miss. The scenario here, Leo, is what's right for me? What has experience taught me? What wisdom have I gleaned? And how do I utilize that to guide me in terms of how, in truth, I need to move forward? It's a judgment call because the energy of judgment is making choices and decisions, whether we give someone a second chance or that we stay where we are. If you've been here before, you've got a chance to do something differently. Like I said, some of you might have gone through a few cycles with a person as well. It really is whether you turn your back on this situation or not. But the energy with the Three of Wands, if you've already decided that it's time to turn your back on a situation, but you're just waiting, you're waiting to see, waiting to secure where you're moving to before you make that final choice and that decision. This is that scenario here where you might be taking steps, seeing what's out there, and there are ships coming into harbour. They're not quite there yet, but there are positive things coming in. If you've decided to turn your back on a situation because you don't want to settle for less, you don't feel it's everything that you want, you're not getting everything that you want out of a scenario, and you're making some kind of judgment call that it's time to broaden your horizons and open up your world, good things are coming in. With the Three of Wands, you might just be waiting for the final thing to come in. So it could be very powerful in terms of, job opportunities, business opportunities. You would look at this in terms of setting yourself up if you're choosing to move away from a relationship, seeing what's out there, open up your world in some way. And there are things coming into harbour, those ships are coming into harbour. There are good things to come into your world, but it's only when we recognise what's not working for us and we open up our world that those things can really come in. So it's a karmic choice, a karmic decision that you're left with here, Leo, for the fourth week of September. Do I stay where I am, or is it time to really open up my world? Should you choose to open up your world, there are positive things coming in for you. And it certainly is. I feel that you're being illuminated here and you know what you need to do in these 2 weeks. You're letting wisdom be your guide in terms of how you make some kind of judgment call and choose whether you open up your world or not, is what I see for you. Whether you turn your back on a situation or not, the choice is yours. But it really is about letting wisdom be your guide and being illuminated, letting experience and the path that you've walked give you a deep insight now in terms of what you need to do from here for your highest good. We can always forgive, by the way, with this energy, but then we choose who and what we allow in our life. So this is also a powerful thing, but such a powerful feeling, like I said at the beginning, not willing to compromise. And I feel that you're learning karmic lessons so that they're not repeated, is the scenario here. But remember, you have the magic. You have the power to manifest what you want. But sometimes we have to recognize what's not working for us so that we can open up our world to bring greater things into our life. Free will. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for Leo? Thank you. I'm going to pull 2 spirit to animal oracle messages for you. Yep, of course. I've got the cat. We have Black Jaguar, Old Soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. The cat will go its own way, won't it? You know, this is that feeling here. We have elk nobility. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. So Leo, that's what I have for you for the month of September. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful September and I will see you next time.